Welcome to the Mission Academy information session, and what we'd like to do is run through the program of slides of information, and then if you have any questions, we'll take those at the end. So our basic agenda really is just to review the reflections on the past experience, and then to get into the application process. First and foremost, we always start with the mission of the institution, and it's our intention that this academy is bringing us to focus on the mission and the work that we do through the mission. And you'll see that evident as we go through the phases. The other important piece, and one of the reasons why we term it a faculty academy, is because it really is about the work of the curriculum that we're doing, both the core curriculum as well as our curriculum in our individual majors and courses. It's a way of bringing all aspects of the mission into the curriculum and the way that we prepare our students. And then the other piece is understanding that this is really a developmental experience. It's one that we really are trying to work with each other and our colleagues to understand a little bit what our students go through in the engagements in the common good. So ours starts out like an academy and awareness, the first phase, and then you'll see it really goes into more of an experiential piece, and then finally an advocacy piece. So hopefully some of that will be evident as we go through the academy. So as you notice, I'm not reading the slides because individuals can read that accordingly.
And so I'm Maria Elena Hallian, and I'm on the committee, and I was had the pleasure of attending the first faculty mission, which you can see 2011-2012, and there have been two subsequent academies since then, and we're planning the next one, and you can see that over 50 faculty have participated in those faculty academies. And you have in front of you the purpose of the academy. I just wanted to highlight some of those for you. It's very interactive, it's very reflective. There's opportunity for conversation and options for sharing during the academy, multiple opportunities for that. Some of the things that we focus on are the professional development and how to apply the material from the Mission Academy into the work that faculty do. As all good programs, we have written some beautiful learning objectives, which you can see here. And again, just to highlight some of those, we look at the Catholic social teaching principles and concepts. We spend time with the integral human development model analysis, and all of which, again, we can share and move toward how can we apply these principles in our work that we do, and in our courses and with our students.
So I'm Nick Rademacher. I teach in the Religious Studies department, and I'm just going to provide a very brief overview of the phases of the academy. So it's broken into 3 phases, and the first part actually consists of some work that each participant does before they come on the academy. So there are readings related to the key terms and concepts in the mission statement. So around our Catholic identity, what does it mean to be an institution of Catholic higher education? Who are our partners like Catholic Relief Services, the Missionary Sisters, the Sacred Heart of Jesus, things along those lines. And then when we gather for this first phase, we spend quite a bit of time breaking down those documents, talking about what they mean and what their significance is. And the participants are asked to reflect on what the mission means for them personally and also professionally. And then the second phase of the academy, it's more of an experiential or immersion dimension that in this way follows the core curriculum, the thing that we're introducing our students to. So participants personally experience the kinds of topics that were discussed in the first phase. Our partnership really is focused in terms of the faculty's engagement at the Aquinas Center in Philadelphia. And we participate in the SNAP Food Challenge. We visit Project Home and begin to think about not just the direct service, but also the advocacy dimension, building on integral human development and Catholic social teaching. And then in the third phase, we come back together, we reconvene, and also at an off-campus location. And here we really focus on reflecting on the academy itself and think about future missions for mission, or future steps for mission integration, both at our individual level and at the university level. And in this phase, we do spend time thinking about our classes, so oftentimes we'll bring a syllabus reflecting how we can integrate what we've learned into a course that we're teaching, and also think about how everything that we've done over the course of the 3 phases, what its meaning and significance is for the university as a whole, for ourselves as a community.
And I'm Dawn Francis, I'm in the communication department. And this time what we're doing for this Mission Academy is adding a 4th phase on. And the purpose of that is to renew our focus and also to, if we're out there since the phase 3 and we're implementing the curriculum and we're trying to exercise, introduce new exercise and everything into our classes, we're probably going to stub our toe. It's probably not going to go the way we had hoped when we were in the Mission Academy and we had planned everything out and thought everything through, and we, packaged it to be perfect, and then we rolled it out and it wasn't. And so in this final phase of the Mission Academy this time, we're going to be coming together and reflecting on what's worked, what hasn't, and then what we'd like to do differently, and doing that in a collaborative space where we can help one another continue to focus on the implementation moving forward. These are some of the reflections that faculty have given about the Mission Academy. The idea that this Mission Academy has helped to refocus people on and rededicate themselves to Cabrini and understanding the institution, living the mission, and then talking about how the Mission Academy helps them better understand Catholic social teaching, those principles, and that the Mission Academy is a place for people of all different faith traditions to come together and understand one another. And then on the next slide, just another validation of gaining a deeper understanding of CST through the different readings and the evolution of CST in the Catholic Church.
And so, just to sort of summarize the experience, one of the key takeaways that participants have talked about is just really building up the community and really focusing on relationships. And I know that you'll hear individuals speaking in regards to their experience and how much they connect with those colleagues throughout their time here, and how this was really building upon that. It's also about finding the common ground, which is, that's one of the reasons why it's more of a lengthy process. It's not something that can happen in just 3 days. It's something that happens in 18 months. And that, I think, deepens the level that I think faculty will say that they haven't experienced that before, because it's a consistent way that we're reflecting on ourselves and moving forward. So it brings the personal and the professional and the mission all together. So as you can see in the handouts, and we have these in the attachments through the email, this is what we've identified as the dates for the Mission Academy 4. First phase would be this coming June of 2019 at this retreat center, which is local in the area. Then the immersion experience would be a year from now, and then the retreat and reflection experience in Cape May in June of 2020, with the renewal day happening the following semester. So we do ask for that commitment. We also do know that life happens and things may come up that one doesn't have control over, and we work with individuals for that. But we just want you to know the larger commitment that does occur. The application process, some of the feedback we received was, is this a detailed process? It's really not. The essay is a paragraph or two. The purpose of the essay is for one to really stop and think about why would you want to be involved in this particular academy, and what do you see your commitment to that. And what we ask individuals to do is to be able to think about that and to send that to us, and then we come back and revisit it. So it's part of the process. We're not asking individuals to spend a lot of time on writing that, but more about thinking and being thoughtful about why you might want to commit to this particular process. So then the due dates, we are asking that you send the application to myself at my email is my last name, bride@Cabrini, and doing that by January 15th. Or if something occurs, you can't get it to us by then, just let us know that it's coming. We typically have about 20-25 faculty that we invite. but those numbers have varied in the past, from having as many as 25 to having a smaller group of 12. So we run the academy and it works effectively with those sizes, but we want people to know by February 15th that we're moving forward with the academy. So what we'll do is take questions in a few minutes. We're just going to finish up this video portion. We will be sending out this as an online version. That's one of the reasons why we're recording today. And we will also, the last piece of commitment is sometime in April, everybody that's going to the academy, we get folks together for them to see what might be needed at the first phase. So that's basically what's coming up next. And then the last thing is that there's an attached video that will give you some personal reflections from individuals that have gone in the past. So we thank you for viewing this, for being here today, and now we'd like to offer questions to anybody on the committee that you could do that via email, and we'll take them in person now.